Hey, this is Kina Knisley, and this is Real Talk About Real Estate. And I'm with Keller Williams on Oahu. And today I have Shelby Hodges, who is in St. Augustine, Florida. And I just asked her where that was because I don't know where that is. So, first of all, where is St. Augustine?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's on the northeast coast of Florida. It is about 30, 45 minutes south of Jacksonville and about an hour and 15 from the Florida-Georgia border.
Oh, wow. So, and you were telling me it's like the oldest city?
It's the nation's oldest city. That's right. So if you're looking at a map, like where Florida comes in, we're in that little cusp right there.
Wow. So, how did it become a city? Do you know? Not to put you on the spot and expect you to know history.
Yes. Well, the Spanish came over in, I want to say, I'm not going to say when. I want to say it was 1565. I'm going to fact check myself, but they came over and Christopher Columbus discovered us, and we have the Fountain of Youth here. So you can drink the water and take decades off your life, apparently.
Wow. Well,
Yeah,
I'm coming. I'm coming. So,
I mean, it's not Hawaii, but it's pretty cool. We have a nice little coastal town. We have an island, drive-on beaches. We actually are top 15 in the world for Christmas lights. We have Night of Lights every year. And then we're only an hour and 45 minutes from Walt Disney World.
oh, wow. So, yes, I will be there in October for a conference.
Okay, so then you're going to come to St. Augustine. It's going to be lovely.
So, but anyway, so how is the market in St. Augustine right now?
Yeah, it's a market. So we are officially a buyer's market for the past couple months now. We have about 5 months of inventory. Our homes are sitting anywhere from 60 to 75 days. Yeah, so as a listing agent, it's really fun right now, but buyers are getting steals of deals, and we're super fortunate. We're 100% referral based, and our business grew by 80% last year. So
incredible.
It's been, we've been going nonstop. So we're very blessed for sure.
So, wow. So if I want to buy a house in St. Augustine, how much is it going to cost me?
Yep, our average price point's around $430.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not too bad. We're all over though. Obviously, Florida is, all walks of life. And then our county specifically was in the top 10, or actually we were the #1 school district in the state of Florida. I think it was like 8 out of the last 10 years.
So, wow. So what do you get for $430,000?
Depends on so I'm a St. Augustine native. We grew up here our whole lives, and then I moved around all over the world for a little bit and came back about 11 years ago. So there's St. Augustine, which is like the core St. Augustine. You have the mainland, the island, downtown, and then St. Johns County kind of exploded. They built 60,000 homes in a 10-mile radius in 5 years.
Goodness.
So there's North St. Johns County and there's South St. Johns County. So South St. Johns County is a little bit of the older feel, older vibes. There's some new construction sprinkled in. But if you were going a little bit more inland, you could get 4 bedrooms, 3 bath. It will be an HOAs, there will be CDD fees, but it's kind of a wide variety all over the board.
So like how many square feet is that 4 bedroom for?
It depends on what area of St. John's you're in, but I'd say anywhere from probably 1,800 to 3,000.
That's a great deal. Now, can investors cash flow if they?
Oh, absolutely. So we actually have 2 seasons in St. Augustine, where most places have 1 season. So we have our busy seasons from November till about the middle of February, we'll say. That's when all the snowbirds come down from 95. They do Night of Lights. Night of Lights becomes like Disney World here. And then we have the end of May till about Labor Day weekend. And that's when everyone comes down for family reunions, like all sorts of stuff. So we're really great for investors because you can get that double bang for your buck.
Wow. So can you how about nightly rentals? Do they have rules against those now?
They do. Yep, absolutely. It depends on where in St. Augustine you are. If you have a condo, specific condos can allow for nightly rentos, condo tels, things like that. On the Magic Mile, which is located on Anastasia Island, majority of them are anywhere from 3 nights to 1 week minimum.
Oh, well, that's not bad. They took them away from most of the areas on our island.
Definitely. Yep. And then on the island, if you're in the city of St. Augustine Beach, you have to have a permit to do nightly rentals. Otherwise, it's a 1-month minimum, depending on zoning.
So, wow. So what is super fun to do in St. Augustine?
Relax. No. So we are on where I live on.
We never relax.
Yeah. So I first moved back about 11 years ago, and I grew up on the islands, here on the island. And I would be like, we have to be here and here and here and here. And everyone was just like, no, calm down. So I had like 12 jobs at the time. I went back to school, got my master's, like, so now I've luckily done decent in real estate where I can stay pretty busy here. And then we also have 4 kids, 3 and under. So,
oh my goodness.
Yes.
Okay. You have to explain that to the world. You must have a set of twins in there.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Okay. So we did IVF.
Math wasn't mathin'.
I know. Anytime someone's like, how many kids? I'm like, we have 4 kids, 3 and under. And I'm like, just let that sink in. They're like, wow, okay, hold on. So
that's
yes, we
amazing.
have it's wild, but
you
so much fun.
Waste anything. Good job.
Thank you. Well, we prayed for the first 3. So we did IVF for the first 3. So our daughter Sawyer, she's 3 years old. And then we did a second round of IVF that didn't work. So on the 3rd round, I was like, just put 2 in. Like, I'm not getting any younger. We'll just hopefully 1 sticks. Now we have twin boys. They are great, Lucas and Gavin. And then we had a surprise baby 6 months later, found out. And yes.
You're one of those TikTok videos.
With the you hear about the statistics, you just don't think you're gonna be the statistic. So you're like, So anyone we say, they're like, I had a friend like that. I'm like, yeah, I'm the friend. Who knew? So,
that is awesome, though. It was meant to be.
It was.
We have 5 kids, so it's totally doable. We didn't quite shove them in 3 years, but that's okay.
Yeah. Oh, it was like actually more like 2.5, a little over 2.5. So when our new baby was born, our oldest daughter wasn't even 3 yet. So.
Oh my goodness. And you can still do real estate. You are amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, I envy. Well, I don't envy. I love about you mamas that can sell houses and raise children. I couldn't do it. I don't know how you do it.
Because all about the support.
Right now, I'm like, I can barely see my dogs. Right.
Well, I will say the dogs suffer. We do have 2 Bernese Mountain dogs that are 120 pounds. That used to be our babies. Like, our burners were in all my marketing, everything. So now every night we have to have cuddle sessions with each dog so they feel loved after our Hurricane Hodges goes to bed. And
oh yes, that is amazing. I love you call them the Hurricane Hodges.
Category 4, Cat 4 Hurricane Hodges in the house every day.
So, all right. So what's bringing people to St. Augustine? There.
Yeah, I would say this. A lot of the people that relocate here, ever since COVID, obviously, a lot of people learn they can work from home. So when it's a aggressive winter up north, we see sales kind of tick up a good bit because people can work from home and not have to shovel snow. So that's a huge one. And then the school district, we're one of the best in the state, if not the best most years. So a lot of people come here for our schools.
And so that's awesome. Are there any up and coming neighborhoods that maybe investors or buyers might want to focus on? Because we know we're going to appreciate a little bit faster.
Yeah. So I would say anything on Anastasia Island's always kind of up and coming. Obviously, it's an island, so there's not going to be more land that comes to fruition. There's lots of new construction complexes in North St. Johns County. So it's really dependent on if it's a family looking to be closer to other families, if they want more space. Investor-wise, there's a lot of flips right now to be had just because there's so much inventory. Our inventory is up 40% year over year.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
So great for investors, not great for sellers. So yeah, I mean, every little corner, every little niche, there's fun little like hidden gems too that you can find out that not a lot of people know about. So yeah, great communities. Nocatee is a huge one. People joke that they're like, oh, well, you know, I'm looking in the city of St. John's. And when I grew up here, that was just the county. There was no city. So when I moved back like 11 years ago, first time as a realtor, someone's like, well, I'm looking in St. John's. I'm like, well, that's the county. And they're like, no. And everywhere that we grew up four-wheeling or riding, like it was now houses. So that was a hard one to grasp, but definitely lots of great housing options for anyone that wants to come down.
That is great. So what do you love about St. Augustine?
I mean, there's so much. I was one of those people that I did not want to move back to my hometown, and I was super against it. And it's just so cool to see how many people have moved here from all walks of life. Like, and I was like the overachiever growing up. In the 6th grade, I made a pact with myself to meet every other 6th grader in all 3 middle schools. Oh. So by the time I went to high school, I would know a lot of the people, which apparently wasn't a normal thought process for a 6th grader.
You were destined to be a realtor.
Yeah, I've been a bridesmaid 14 times. Like, I just love people. So, yeah, Yeah, I never thought of it that way before. Like I was just like, oh my gosh, how can I help you plan a wedding? How can I help you with your bachelorette? Like I just love doing that kind of stuff to like help people have fun and whatnot. So my background's actually event planning. So I did weddings and events and everything. So since starting real estate, I have so much fun we say like we make our hometown your hometown. We can tell you the best restaurants to go to, the best activities, like best time of year, all that kind of stuff. So I think just growing up in St. Augustine and like watching it grow, knowing all the insider tricks of the trade, and like there's just so many great people here. Like that's one thing I love so much. Good, genuine, homegrown, amazing humans.
See, and every time I do one of these videos, I'm always like, oh, I want to go there. I want to move there. I run to my husband and say, let's go. And he's like, no.
He's like, we live in a beautiful place. I don't know where
I know. He's like, well, Shelly Laster got me with Tucson in one of the very first videos because she told me it was 10 degrees cooler. So I get off that video and I ran to my husband. I said, let's go to Tucson. It's 10 degrees cooler. He goes, sweetheart, I heard her say that. And she means it's 110 versus 120 and we're not moving to Tucson. So, yeah. But everything makes their area sound so great. I just made a joke that I feel like my YouTube channel is now like the travel channel because I have these places highlighted and I want to go to all of them.
Yeah. Well, I used to live in South Florida for about 5 years. And one thing I definitely took for granted is that we kind of have seasons a little bit in St. Augustine because we're just under Georgia. So like we can wear boots for like almost 2 weeks and it is like mind blowing. So that's like a huge difference from a lot of Florida. Tallahassee also has seasons, but like we're on the beach and we can get cold sometimes. So
people don't get the fact you miss wearing boots. I will tell you do. I miss jeans and boots because man, they look good. But
sometimes. Right now I'm in my flowy dress seasons of life after 4 kids and 2.5 years.
Yeah, you have an excuse.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably live in my maternity jeans for a while. But yes, everyone's like, Shelby, it's 60 out. You're wearing boots. I'm like, when else can we do this?
I know. 60, man. I'd be crazy. We put on socks at 72. 72, I'm bringing out the socks.
I'll be like first world problems. I'm like, it's under 30 degrees. I will not go outside. Absolutely.
No. I don't know.
Travel. I'm in snow all day. I just don't want to live in it.
I'm always kind of like, what possessed settlers to stop in North Dakota? Sorry, North Dakota. But you're always like, and you stopped here?
Half my family's from Minnesota, and they're like, and we actually went to visit my grandpa in January in Minnesota for his 80th birthday. And my daughter Sawyer was, I think she was like 3 months at the time. And I was like, okay, this is like negative degrees. I'm like, what can we do that's fun? And like, they're like, we stay inside and survive. And I'm like, we're going ice fishing. So we like found like an ice fishing thing.
That sounds fun, though.
It was actually amazing. But yeah, no, I can't do cold unless you're doing an activity or you've got hot chocolate and clothes that make sense.
3 pairs of socks. Yes.
Exactly.
Well, St. Augustine sounds amazing. So if you know anybody that likes to buy, sell, or invest in the area, I would love to get you connected, or you can just Google Shelby. I'm sure she's out there and you can find her. And this has been great. Thank you so much for spending time with me today.
Of course, it was my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Yes, this is Kina Ep.14 with Real Talk About Real Estate, and I will see you on the next one.
Bye.